But he said we should never doubt Steph Curry again.
To be honest,
That might be tough.
the Golden State Warriors bringing home another championship.
On first take, you and Dominique
Right there.
are going to sit on first take and say that
When was
Steph
this,
Curry
though?
will not be in the conversation for a championship.
I guess
in the
he's
next
close to
4
agreeing. That's
years.
probably right before the 2022,
we saw
right?
him without KD, they were choking down a 3-1 lead
Oh, you mean
in the NBA Finals. The first time in the history of the NBA Finals that a team choked it down. That's what he's the author of. You mean he wrote the book, Steph Curry?
I've got David Robinson. You think not?
No.
Karl Malone,
No.
second all-time leading scorer,
No.
right? Oh, stop it.
No.
I got Bill Walton.
No.
Oh, stop it.
No.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
I believe I'm on record saying if the Warriors hold on and finish first in the West, it's Curry. But
What?
yeah, that's what I
There's
think.
no way Steph Curry was MVP.
All right, man.
I will lie. Steph got
Something
close,
that's
right?
always
2022.
bothered me a little
He got
bit
close to
in
MVP.
sports is the revisionist
And he also got
history
close,
that
like, maybe a
often
couple,
happens to
like
athletes
a year ago, probably.
as years pass.
Remy.
I always
Remy.
say, yeah,
I'm gonna lie.
it's true. Numbers don't lie.
These shots right here, I think I heard. Oh shit! I heard like he shot 5 of them. The ones that they showed, like I think 1 or 2 of them he actually hit, and then like the others 3 were fake, something like that. But he made 2. It's
I
fine.
always say, yeah, it's
He
true.
made 2.
Numbers don't lie, and I believe that to be an absolute fact.
made 2.
But they don't
No, he made
always
2, that's
tell
fine.
the full truth. Maybe not exactly now, because we all realize how made of a man Stephen Curry is
Yeah,
at this
Curry's
point.
a real treacherous.
His career
He's a
is
real
really
treacherous
prime
man.
example
Hold on,
of
let me
this
just.
very thing.
I'm sorry.
Currently, and
I'm
hate
sorry. I just
to
gotta.
really admit-
I have to make sure. Okay, the video's a little bit too low. I could just 1, 2, 3. It's probably valid, right?
But it feels like
Probably, I'm
Steph
sorry,
is in
I
that
have to do
Kobe
this.
2014
I'm still new, I have to do this.
LeBron first year with the Lakers stage where it's a slim chance that he can actually contend for.
Okay, it's fine. Let's go. Let's go. It's fine. It's fine. I'm valid now. It's cool. I'll put it down
the team
1.
that
That's
he's
valid.
currently on.
It's cool right
But
there.
we
It's cool
know
right there.
Steph's legacy is absolutely sealed. So anything
cool right
else
there.
to me would honestly be icing. In this video, I want to talk about some of the times where Stephen Curry destroyed some of the worst narratives that personally
Bro, he
I've
destroyed
ever
so
seen.
many narratives, bro. Like, Curry's
Steph
really
Curry's
a
not
GOAT,
the most
bro.
valuable player. If he's the most
He might be
valuable
top 5
player,
of all time.
then why are the Warriors favored by 5 tonight on the road against Portland and he's not playing?
Jason Tatum and the Celtics, but mainly JT, because he's the one that I see that actually
Alright,
gets
bro.
the most shit. They actually had
Alright,
the
bro.
exact same problem Golden State had in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
In 2015, Golden State came out of nowhere and won a championship with this first-time head coach and this MVP that finally had health on his side. Also, you add on some of their additions
Mm-hmm. Oh my
through
God,
the
Draymond,
years
that's a
with
crazy
Andre
pass.
Iguodala, Draymond Green finally being a full
Nah, Iggy is. I'm not gonna lie, Iggy. Like, he was a star player at first. Bro, him agreeing to be a bench player is crazy. Crazy. I'm surprised he did that, you know?
starter. And
He
Klay Thompson
really
taking a
believed in
significant
Steph
leap.
Curry, bro. That's really
And
it.
this
He really
team was
believed in Curry,
destined
bro.
for greatness.
He really believed
But
in
for
Curry.
great reasoning and really valid reasoning, their championship, it did come with a lot of skepticism. Golden State, in that specific run, not only faced the Cavs without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love in the
Yeah, they didn't
finals,
have Kyrie.
but they really had good fortune on their side for the duration of that entire playoffs. In the
But
first
then
round,
20, I
versus
think
New Orleans,
16 it was?
Drew Holiday, who we know,
Or
is one of the
17, they
best
went
perimeter
undefeated in the-
defenders.
in the
He was
actual
injured
first
for
three
that
rounds,
entire
which was
series,
crazy.
and Golden State swept them. In the second round, a prime Mike Conley wasn't healthy for all the
Bro,
games.
Mike
and
Conley
that
was
series
so
was tight,
good,
and
bro.
Golden State
And
won.
he's still good
In the
now.
conference
I'm
finals,
not gonna lie.
Pat Bev,
Don't
who
doubt
was
him. Like,
a
he's still
second-team
cool. He's still
all-defender,
valid.
He wasn't there, and the Clippers did blow a 3-1 lead, so it seemed like Golden State, they just had
He's
good
still
fortune.
valid.
Steph also won the MVP that year without
Yes,
the
Sirski.
most godly
Strength in
numbers,
numbers.
and that made people question, is this championship
Stephen A.
and
looks crazy
specifically
back
that
then.
MVP, was it really valid? This MVP has always been kind of controversial because if you just look at the numbers, James Harden's pops a little bit more than Steph's.
Bro,
But if
Harden
you add
should have won
context,
the year
you
that
understand Stephen Curry
Westbrook
most
won.
definitely earned
Wait, no.
that MVP.
No. Wait, who won it? Because Harden won in 2018, right? When did Westbrook win? That was 2016. That was the year that the Warriors blew it, right? Westbrook won that year. No, I'm wrong. No, Westbrook won 2017. No, so I think I said it wrong. I think 2019 should have, like, Harden should have two. Harden should have
Kind
two.
of like Golden State.
Harden
They
should have
did
two, bro.
come out of nowhere and had the second best record in the
Well,
West.
I
and
guess
James
this one too
Harden
then. So
had
Harden
an
should have
MVP
three.
type
Harden should have
season.
three.
But Stephen Curry was most definitely the most impactful player that
Harden should
season.
have three,
and
bro.
let me break down why. It's not really talked about that much because
Wait, how many assists Curry had?
And let me
Really?
break down why.
Curry with 8
Last
assists a
year
game?
championships,
Really?
But that specific year, Golden State had one of the more dominant seasons ever. That
Hey.
team won 67 games, and they were beating teams by
Oh
10
my
points a night.
Oh my
Consequently,
God.
Stephen Curry was
Who's that?
only
Who's that?
winning
Hold on.
games, and they
I
were
know who
beating
that
teams
is.
by
I know his
10 points
name.
a night.
I know his
Consequently,
name.
Stephen Curry
I used to use his
67
jump
games,
shot
and they were
in
beating teams
17.
by 10 points
I ain't even
a
gonna
night.
lie. I forgot who it was.
Stephen Curry was only playing 32
I used to use
minutes a
one of
game.
his releases in
Up until
17.
that point, that was the least amount of
Good
minutes
shot,
played
Curry.
by an MVP ever. Stephen Curry played in 80 games that entire season. You know how many games he actually played in the fourth quarter? 60. That's literally
Really?
240 minutes
Well, that's
worth
because they were
of
winning.
potential stats
That's
that
because
Stephen
they
Curry
were winning
missed
a
out
lot.
on.
That's what it
That
is.
matters. Now,
It's
if
because they
you
were winning a
actually
lot.
show the stats in which Stephen Curry played the amount of minutes that James Harden literally averaged, and Stephen Curry was better in every single category.
It's because they were
if
winning,
anyone
bro.
had
It's because
any
they were winning so
questions
much
as
that he
to
didn't
how
have to play
dominant
on them.
Stephen Curry was or how valid that MVP was, the following season answered any questions.
Derek
anyone
Favors
could
get cooked.
possibly
I ain't gonna
have.
lie, bud.
The 2016
Oh my
season,
God,
to
he
me,
just
kinda
dunked on.
gets
Was that
forgotten
Otto
about.
Porter?
But it was
Bro,
literally one of the most
the
dominant
Wizards
years
were my
ever
favorite team
by
at that
any
time,
single
bro.
player.
I was a
Not
John Wall
only
fan.
did Stephen Curry
The
join
Wizards
that
were my
extremely
favorite team at
rare
that time,
50,
bro.
40, 90 club, he averaged the most points while doing it, and he's the only player ever to average 30 points while doing it. Also,
Oh my
to show
God.
how extremely efficient Steph was, especially with the volume in which he shoots it, the highest three-point percentage from anybody
Yeah,
from
50,
that
40,
club
90 with the
was Steve
volume was
Nash with
crazy.
47%. He made 179 threes that year. Stephen Curry was at
Bro,
45%.
holy shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. 45%. And look, you see, okay, cool. Steve Nash has the highest 50, 40, 90 like season with the 3-point percentage, I guess. But he made literally 1/3, a little bit, like close to 1/4 the amount of, no, I lied. Close to half the amount of shots that Curry made. I'm
And
bugging.
he more than doubled that. That still stands as the most ever. Stephen Curry also had the highest plus minus of anybody in a single season. And to put exactly into context how dominant Steph was
Damn.
from a
Bro,
scoring
that's how much they were
perspective,
winning, that he had the highest
Stephen
plus
Curry
minus
averaged
ever.
the least amount of free throws and free throw attempts per game from anybody in the history of the NBA to ever average 30 points. It was pure bucket.
It's pure hoops, bro. It's pure hoops. Yo, it's pure hoops.
And if you want to go back
What?
to the previous playoff run that was supposedly fluky because he didn't play against these certain players, well, this is what
Drew
he did against
Conley and
Drew
Bev.
Holiday that year. This is what he did against Mike Conley that year. And this is what he did against
Yo!
James Harden and Pat Bev that year. One of the greatest seasons ever.
It's over for them now. We will never see Steph.
One of the greatest seasons ever.
Okay, in 2 games.
It's
Damn, so
over
how
for
much?
them now.
Like, he probably had
We
a
will
50 or
never
30,
see
I guess.
Steph in another NBA Finals ever.
The year Stephen Curry got hurt is one of the funniest ever to me. And it goes back to the point how stuff can age, especially when you're gone. And you have to remind people. In 2019,
Yeah,
2020,
yeah.
the super team era of Golden State was basically done. Kevin
Bro,
Durant
D'Lo and the
left,
Warriors
Klay
was
Thompson
so
got
fun
hurt
to
for
watch.
basically 2 years, and Stephen Curry ultimately hurt his hand that year. In that event,
It
in
was
which
so fun to
Steph was
watch,
gone,
bro.
out of sight, out of mind, Dame, one of Steph's, I guess, 3-point shooting deep
Yeah, Dame went
rival
crazy
point
that year.
guards, he took over and he had one of his best seasons
He
ever.
went insane that
And to
year.
Dame's credit, he was very dominant, averaging 30
Really?
points on very efficient splits. But this almost inevitably brought back that narrative of, oh, is Dame actually really better
Yeah.
than Stephen Curry?
This is crazy, bro. That's. I hate when people try to say, like, Dame's better than Curry. People try to say Dame a better shooter. Some people back then, when Buddy Hield was, like, really going crazy, some people were saying Buddy Hield was better. Who else? Clay is the only one because, like, I think even Curry himself said, like, Clay, because sometimes, like, he's better low key. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I think Curry said it himself. I'm not gonna lie. But that could also be like he's just bigging up his mans, you know, trying to like he's just bigging up his mans. I don't know, bro.
Kevin Durant away? Is that real? Mind you, the season prior, KD wasn't even there in the conference finals, and Stephen Curry outplayed Dame in every single way. So I didn't even understand it to begin with, but it came back.
Exactly,
I'll
bro.
never forget in the bubble where Kenny Smith was kind of insinuating it, saying stuff like this.
Hey, Steph.
How do you like that three?
Steph.
What, 36
I don't
feet?
think you could shoot as deep as him, Steph. I got to see it when you come back.
Yeah, thank you, Steven.
Yeah, this is something crazy, bro.
Thank you, Steph.
Then the
crazy,
following
bro.
season when Stephen Curry came back, and if you remember,
Crazy.
It's damn near like Steph had to rebrand himself as, bro, I'm Stephen Curry. Y'all remember me, right? He came back that season without Kevin Durant, without Klay Thompson, even without Draymond Green to begin with, and understandably so, he struggled. This is what he looked like after over a year off coming back to a team that he really never played with.
It's all right, though.
And you even had high-ranked personalities on TV questioning.
It's all right.
Was Steph always a little overrated? The sixth game of the year, Steph met the player that actually might be a little bit better than
Dame,
Steph
right?
if you take away all the Avengers.
Let's see.
And earlier that year when Steph was struggling, Dame did say this.
You know, and Steph playing with a younger team right now. You know, he's saying that it's tough to get those quality looks right now. You know, it's different than what it's looked like, you know, over the last 4 or 5 years for him. So he's trying to get quality looks and get a clean look so he can make a good one. You know, you don't really have that luxury to just like take one from that deep, you know, just to be taking it.
We go play Golden State. This
because Curry's team wasn't. He didn't have, I don't know how to really explain it. Because now there's more people that's going to want the ball. You know, they were younger players. He had Kelly Oubre, as you see right there. No? Hold on. Somebody just texted me for toes.
And he is shooting every time. And he is just hitting 3 after 3. I started trying to go back, but this is just bang, bang, bang. He running around celebrating. He had like 62.
Let me see something. Hold on.
That season wasn't even just a Dame thing. It feels like everybody questioned, could Steph actually carry a team on his back? And that season specifically, he did.
Steph has never needed to do that. What Russ had to do the year KD left, or the year KD was injured. What Harden had to do his first year in Houston, which is be an offense unto himself. And what I fear we're going to find out this year is that's very good.
I'm going to end after this, I ain't gonna lie.
Steph's 2016 unanimous MVP season analytically was probably his best, but the 2020, given the context for me, was easily my favorite. Steph has never really been an extremely
I think 2022 was his best season. I think 2022.
Never really had to. But once
wait, hold on. Let me see how he counts it. I'm bugging. They won the finals in 2022. I think that's his best season.
Of that season, an extremely large sample size, as Golden State was desperately fighting for their playoff lives. Steph was damn near averaging 40, and in a 24-game sample size, he scored 40 points or more 8 times. I'm not saying Jokic didn't deserve it because Steph didn't even make the playoffs.
Jokic definitely should have got it. I'm not gonna lie, definitely should have got it that year. Curry was close though. Curry was close.
And then the following season, Stephen Curry destroyed.
Yep, 2022. I think that's his best season, like I just said. So 2022, Curry's best season ever.
To me, that I've seen in the history of any sport
best season ever.
What did we see from Steph? He is publicly on the record as saying we weren't good enough without him. Well, you're disqualifying your top 10 just by that admission alone.
When Kevin Durant
wait, what did you say?
He is publicly on the record as saying we
forever.
What did we see from Steph? He is publicly on the record as saying we weren't good enough without him. Well, you're disqualifying your top 10 just by that admission alone.
When Kevin Durant left Golden State, he basically said Steve Kerr's pass-centric ball movement style eventually plateaus, and ultimately you have to mix in some individual play. I never thought he was wrong about that. It might have sounded wrong coming from that messenger because Kevin Durant did benefit heavily from Steve Kerr's system, but in a half-court setting in the playoffs, you do need bucket getters.
In the playoffs,
the problem is some people made it
in the
seem
playoffs, you're gonna need
Curry
at least one ISO demon to just boom, 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 get at least like 8 to 10 points off the ISO.
The 2022 playoffs, to me, that seized all of that. In the first round of the 2022 playoffs, Kevin Durant met Boston, and KD legitimately had the worst series of his entire career. It's very easy to look back at it now and say, well, Boston should have won that series. They had the better team. But at the time, that was nowhere near the perception. Look at ESPN and their quote-unquote experts' predictions. It was very balanced. And even the people that picked Boston, they picked them in 7.
I see what you're saying.
They won in 4 and held Kevin Durant to his least productive series again of his entire career. Stephen Curry not only beat the team that Kevin Durant, to me, had his worst series of his entire career, he arguably had his best, or at least the most significant by far of his entire career. After being down 2-1 with all the momentum on Boston's side with Game 4 in Boston, he scored 43 points.
Bro, I need one of those shirts, bro. Like, bro, the Knicks gotta get to the finals, bro. I need one of them shirts, bro.
For that game, shot
The Knicks
14
gotta
for
get to the
26.
finals.
The rest of the starting lineup shot 15 for 43. Even if you look at Game 6, where Golden State had a sizable lead going into the second half, Steph damn near scored half of their second half points to keep their foot on their necks. The whole narrative of Steph not actually being able to be the best player on a championship team, it was done. It was stupid in 2015, and it was completely
He got it off, though. He went crazy. He got it off and
Even if you
went
look
crazy.
at their plus minuses when they played together in less games, Steph was always higher. He was, to me, always the more impactful player. With the current team Steph is on right now,
Draymond having
I'm
a
not
high
sure
plus
how
minus
much
is actually
longer
crazy.
I'm going to be
I'm
able
surprised
to
that
celebrate him
it's
in
not
this
Clay.
fashion. So while I can, before the season even started, that's what I wanted to do in this video. If you guys like this video, the season is literally
like the
one
video?
week away. So turn up post
Swish out,
notifications, content
GOAT,
will ramp up.
legend.
Follow my social media site.
Swish out is a GOAT. You know, great video. Curry, they gotta stop underestimating. They gotta stop underestimating him. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, great video, man. Yeah, what a bro.